Before the sun could rise, something explosive had already happened. Ladies and gentlemen, in the early hours of Monday, when most of the world was still asleep, a deadly strike hit inside Iran, and that too deep. This was not just another attack or another routine target. This was personal. The man who was killed, he was not ordinary soldier. He was one of the most powerful intelligence figures in Iran. Someone who operated very quietly in the shadows, and he had access to the highly secretive information. We are talking about Major General Majid Khademi. According to Iran's Revolutionary Guards, the strike was carried out by the United States and Israeli forces, and it happened at dawn. That critical moment just before sunrise, when defenses can be vulnerable and surprises becomes the biggest advantage. Well, Iran has called this a criminal terrorist attack. These are not just strong words, though. They reflect the rising anger and a clear message that this incident, it is being seen as a serious escalation, not just another strike here. If we talk about Majid, then he was not a public-facing leader. He was rarely seen in the media, but his role, that was extremely powerful. As the head of intelligence for the Revolutionary Guards, he was responsible for sensitive operations, strategies, and internal security. He was a man who knew secrets, and a lot of them. Losing somebody like him, it was not just symbolic, it was a major operational setback. Now, this particular incident, it also raises uncomfortable questions within Iran. How did such a high-level figure become a target? Was there a leak? Was there a lapse in security? Well, when somebody at this particular level hits, well, it signals more than just attack. It signals vulnerability. And at the very same time, the message to the outside world, it's equally clear. No one is completely out of reach, not even those at the highest levels of intelligence and protection. What makes this whole situation even more intense is the response from the other side, or rather the lack of it maybe. There has been no official confirmation or any denial from the United States or Israel, just silence. And in situations like these, silence often carries weight. Well, it can mean strategic restraint though, but it can also mean that more actions are being planned behind the closed doors. Right now, tensions were already high in that particular region, but this incident, it has pushed the things further. Targeting a senior intelligence chief is not routine. It's a clear escalation, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here's the big question. What happens next? Will Iran respond to this crash? Will this lead to more strikes, or is this part of a larger, unfolding strategy that the world is only beginning to see? Here, one thing is certain. This whole conflict, it's no longer just about visible warfare like missiles or drones. It has now entered the realm of intelligence, of precision, of covert operations. And as the situation develops, well, the entire world is left asking and watching very closely. Asking just one question though: who makes the next move?